Hi everyone, I'm Coach John, and for this tutorial I will show you how to do exercises for the 4 major abdominal muscles. Many people do these exercises incorrectly because they have been taught improperly how to do them. After this tutorial, you will have the basic knowledge to perform these exercises properly and start seeing better results. So let's get started.
Your abdominal muscles are one of the most important muscle groups in your entire body. While they are seen as one of the pillars of an aesthetically pleasing body, their purpose is broad and are frequently being used for many functions. They assist you in performing and maintaining stability in various movements. Strong abdominal muscles support a good posture even when sitting for prolonged periods. Your abdominal muscles also protect organs from trauma and helps keep them in place. During exercise, they are contracted to prevent you from falling or twisting into abnormal positions. Training your abdominal muscles should be done to strengthen them for these purposes instead of solely chasing aesthetics. There are 4 major muscles for the abdominal area. The rectus abdominis are the muscles located at the front of your midsection. This is commonly known as a 6 or 8 pack. The internal obliques are located between the rectus abdominis and external obliques. The external obliques are found on the outer right and outer left sides of your abdominal area. These are commonly called love handles when there is excess fat in those areas. The transverse abdominis is a broad, thin sheet of muscle that is found under the rectus abdominis and the internal and external obliques. This wraps around your entire midsection and attaches to the spine. You can think of it as a wide weight belt or waist support brace that keeps your organs in place, provides stability, and assists with movement. This tutorial will start off with teaching exercises for the rectus abdominis, then internal obliques, external obliques, and finally the transverse abdominis muscles. These exercises are considered isolation movements and shouldn't replace compound movements that train your abdominal muscles. Do all movements with control and focus on using the target muscle to perform the exercise, not momentum or other body parts to assist. How to train the rectus abdominis using the crunch exercise. A muscle's primary movement is to contract and expand or shrink and stretch. To train the rectus abdominis effectively, it's important to understand how it moves. It is attached to the top of your rib cage underneath the sternum. It moves towards your pubic area on your hips where the bottom of the rectus abdominis is attached. When you move the top of your rib cage towards your pubic area, the rectus abdominis contracts or shrinks. Moving the top of your rib cage away from your pubic area causes it to expand or stretch. The crunch is a simple and effective exercise that allows this movement to happen. Step 1. Set up your body to do the crunch. Lay in a supine position on the ground. You can use a mat if desired. Bend your knees and keep your feet flat on the ground at a shoulder width position. Point them straight ahead. Cross your arms over your chest. Keep your head in a neutral position and look straight at the ceiling or sky. Step 2. Perform the crunch. Push your feet and glutes firmly into the ground to help minimize movement during the crunch. Begin the crunch by inhaling a breath and pushing the top of your rib cage towards your pubic area or top of your hips. You will feel your scapula lift off the ground. Do not come up further as in performing a sit-up or your hips will take over to perform the crunch. Once your scapula is off the ground, exhale and pull your rib cage away from your pubic area with control. Touch the ground with your scapula. Repeat the crunch for the desired amount of repetitions. Now that you know how to do the basic crunch, you can try it from a decline position for more intensity and stretch. It's performed in a similar manner, but your scapula will not touch the bench. You will stop when the rectus abdominis is in a stretched position and crunch back up. I recommend this version over the crunch done on the ground because it allows the rectus abdominis to be stretched further for a longer contraction. How to train the internal obliques using the reverse crunch. The internal obliques attach to your pelvis, specifically the majority of the iliac crest, and move towards the bottom of your ribcage where it ends. It moves in the opposite direction of the rectus abdominis and external obliques. Moving your pelvis or hips towards the bottom of your ribcage will cause the muscle to contract, while moving it away will expand it. Step 1. Set up your position. Lay on the ground in a supine position. Extend your arms to the side and press your hands firmly into the ground. Next, press your scapula firmly into the ground. Keep your head in a neutral position and look at the ceiling or sky. Step 2. Perform the reverse crunch. Start the reverse crunch by putting your legs together and pointing your feet at the ceiling or sky. It may be easier for some people to bend their knees slightly. Maintain this position for the entire set. Inhale a breath and pull your hips towards the bottom of your ribcage. Do not allow your entire back to lift off of the ground. It's okay if the lower part lifts slightly. Return to the starting position by exhaling and pushing your hips away from the bottom of your ribcage until the top of your glutes touch the ground. Repeat the movement for the desired amount of repetitions. The reverse crunch can be performed more effectively if you have access to a pull-up bar and are strong enough to support yourself. This allows you to stretch your internal obliques more than doing it on the ground. There shouldn't be excessive movement when performing this exercise. You want to use the internal obliques and not the momentum of your hips. You can also use a captain's chair to perform the movement. It may be easier than doing it from a pull-up bar. How to train the external obliques using the crossbody crunch. The external oblique attaches to the middle and bottom of the front and sides of your ribcage. It also attaches to the bottom of the rear of your ribcage. It moves towards your hips and attaches onto your pelvis, specifically the iliac crest and pubic bone. When you move your ribcage towards your pelvis, the external oblique contracts. When it pulls away from it, it expands. The crossbody crunch is a simple exercise that follows this movement. The regular crunch can also be used for the external oblique. Step 1. Set up your body to do the crossbody crunch. Lay on your back as if you will perform a crunch. Push your feet and glutes firmly into the ground. Cross your arms over your chest. Keep your head in a neutral position and look at the ceiling or sky. Step 2. Perform the crossbody crunch. Inhale a breath and push the bottom of one side of your ribcage towards your pubic area or middle of your hips. The scapula on that side should lift off the ground. Exhale, pull away from your pubic area with control until your scapula touches the ground. Repeat the crunch for the desired amount of repetitions. Remember to do the same for the other side. There are other crunch variations that can be done that stretches the external oblique more than doing them on the ground. You can do them from a decline abdominal bench, or a Roman chair. I recommend these variations since they are more effective than doing it on the ground if you have access to the equipment. How to train the transverse abdominis with a simple isometric exercise. Since the transverse abdominis isn't as visible as the other abdominal muscles, nor does it move similar to them, a different technique must be used to target it by using isometric contractions. This is basically contracting a muscle without movement. Lay on your back in a supine position. Bend your knees until your feet are flat on the ground. Locate the area below your belly button. While slowly exhaling your breath, pull that area inward and down towards your spine. You should try to pull it in as deep as possible while releasing all of your breath. Go slow while pulling and exhaling. Once you have stopped, hold that position for as long as possible. When you can no longer hold it, slowly release that area back to its original position. Once you're comfortable doing it for 2 minutes or longer, you can try doing it in an upright position. This exercise is excellent to do while walking around, sitting at your desk at work or school, or including it with other exercises such as walking, jogging, or hiking. Try to do this exercise for 10 minutes or longer for optimal results. For the crunch, crossbody crunch, and reverse crunch, ascend for 1 second and descend for 1 second. Descend for 3 seconds or longer and ascend for 1 to 2 seconds. Descend and hold at the stretch position for 2 seconds or longer. Ascend up for 1 to 2 seconds. For the crunch, crossbody crunch, and reverse crunch, beginners start off with 10 to 20 repetitions per set for 2 to 3 sets. Intermediate level, 25 to 50 repetitions per set, 3 to 4 sets. And advanced level, 50 repetitions or more per set for 4 to 5 sets. Increase repetitions and sets. Increase time under tension. Use weights. When using weights, ensure it's placed correctly and not being used to help you do the exercise. Do the crunch, crossbody crunch, and reverse crunch as one set. Do not pull on your neck when doing crunch type exercises. Keep your arms in front of your chest or at the side of your head. Use the targeted muscles to perform the movement for an abdominal exercise for better results. Don't think of abdominal training as a finisher for a workout. They need the same amount of attention as other body parts if you want them to grow stronger or improve in appearance. You can try other abdominal exercises besides the ones in this tutorial. If it follows the contraction and stretching of the targeted muscle, it's fine to use.
That's it everyone for tutorial number 6, how to do fundamental exercises for your 4 major abdominal muscles. Tutorial 7 might take a while to come out because I'm working on a vlog that's documenting my 6-week fat loss, going from 12 to 8%. So let's see if I can make it. Keep an eye out for that. If you enjoyed this video and found the tips useful, please hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe, keep learning. Aloha.